Renegade Immortal EP86. To be able to infiltrate the Xiandao sect and successfully enter the soul refining sect, he believed only the Vermilion Bird country could achieve this. He questioned Brother Wang's certainty about his judgment of him being a Vermilion Bird country disciple, suspecting a test. He admitted, "I, Lu Mei, am indeed from the Vermilion Bird country." Unexpectedly, in her first encounter with Wang Lin, her true identity was exposed by Brother Pockmark. The grand competition is an excellent opportunity to enter the inner sect of the soul refining sect. Obtaining the soul imprisonment technique grants power comparable to nascent soul. Furthermore, the inner sect possesses a main spiritual vein, allowing Brother Pockmark to wreak havoc. Thinking of this, Wang Lin consumed a piece of immortal jade, as his tea intent and the seal remained incompletely broken. Meanwhile, in a valley within the Chu country, Zhou Ru's laughter echoed alongside a tiger's aggrieved roar. Little Zhou Ru sat atop a black-striped tiger, teasing, "Xiao Bai, you're being naughty. Tonight, I'll punish you by making you eat with chopsticks." The tiger roared sorrowfully, having suffered under little Zhou Ru's torment for the past year, even dreaming of being bullied. Little Zhou Ru shushed the tiger and wondered if it could meow like a kitten. She then wondered about her uncle's whereabouts. She asked Xiao Bai if it missed her uncle. The tiger whimpered listlessly, preoccupied with the impossible task of meowing. Tai Yan sat beneath the pagoda with a benevolent expression and sighed. News of Wang Lin's disappearance had reached the Chu country, but he kept it from little Zhou Ru, believing Wang Lin would escape danger. Leiwa, nearby, basked lazily in the sun, missing Wang Lin and, more so, the mosquitoes around him. June held great importance for the soul refining sect's outer disciples, as it was the time of their competition. Wong Lin emerged from seclusion, having reached late core formation Great Circle and comprehending the life and death intent of the Samsara Heavenly Tao. He reflected on his life filled with death and his limited understanding of life, noting a shift in his mindset after surviving his ordeal. Standing outside his cave, the mountain wind whipped his clothes. He contemplated Tian Yunzi's offer of discipleship, recognizing the need for greater strength to gain Tian Yunzi's favor. He turned, noticing a woman watching him. Wang Lin approached the woman's cave. She retreated, and he asked if she knew him. She responded, "Don't you remember me?" Wang Lin scrutinized her, unable to place her. She identified herself as Lu Mei. He still didn't recognize her. She smiled, a captivating smile that diminished everything around her. She called him Brother Wang Lin and reminded him of their past encounter at the Hingyu sect, questioning his memory. Wang Lin was unsurprised she knew his identity, having already guessed upon hearing her name. He knew the Lu Mei he knew was from the Xiandao sect, not the Vermilion Bird country. Her expression turned serious. She questioned his implication that she was from the Vermilion Bird country because she had infiltrated the Xiandao sect and entered the soul refining sect. Wang Lin turned to leave. He echoed her question about his certainty. He suspected she was testing him. She began to confess her true origins, but Wang Lin, without turning, mockingly mentioned her bracelet, having seen it on Hong Dai. The soul refining sect saga continues. At the soul refining sect's grand competition, Wang Lin unexpectedly faced an opponent who used the death curse. However, this did not prevent Brother Pockmark from winning first place among the outer disciples. The death curse, a divine ability in the cultivation world, is created by imitating ultimate extremes. Cultivating this technique is extremely difficult, requiring the unification of death energy, yin energy, and killing energy. Once mastered, merely uttering the word death while pointing at someone causes instant death. However, this divine ability poses little threat to those with higher cultivation than the caster. June marked the day of the soul refining sect's grand competition. Tens of thousands of outer disciples were divided into 100 arenas to fight simultaneously. The rules were simple. The victor had absolute authority, including the power to execute the loser. Even if all participants were slaughtered, the soul-refining sect would not interfere. Consequently, countless outer disciples had died in this competition over the years. The number of souls added to the sect's soul imprisonment flag after each competition remained a secret. When Wang Lin's turn came, a severing mortality stage inner sect disciple judged his arena. The judge secretly noted Wong Lin's cultivation, which rivaled his own, a rarity among outer disciples. Wang Ji, a short, fat cultivator, leaped into the arena, resembling a giant meatball. He immediately conjured fireballs that hurtled towards Wong Lin. Facing this attack from a late-stage ascendant soul cultivator, Wong Lin merely shook his head. He had suppressed his cultivation to the mid-stage of severing mortality. With a wave of his hand, he leaped from the arena. The short, fat cultivator immediately collapsed unconscious. Wong Lin had spared his life, deeming it beneath him to kill a junior at the ascendant soul stage. Of the tens of thousands of disciples, half perished, aside from the 100 who advanced. The remaining disciples either forfeited or were severely injured. 7 days later, 4 outer disciples stood out, the strongest among them being late-stage, severing mortality. Wang Lin soon faced his next opponent, who entered the arena with a strange smile. This opponent was the Butcher, the strong man from Cave 743. Before the match could officially begin, the strong man forfeited. Wong Lin had placed a restriction within him, capable of causing him to explode at will. The strong man then fawned over Wang Lin, who simply shook his head and left the arena. Another cultivator observed Wong Lin but remained silent. Elsewhere, an old man mastering the death curse fought a young man with remarkable intuition. The young man was defenseless against the death curse, but a ray of spiritual light from within the soul-refining sect saved him. The outer disciple competition came down to Wong Lin and the old man named Sima. Sima believed that unless an opponent's cultivation significantly surpassed his own, the death curse was inescapable. He pointed at Wong Lin and uttered, "Death." A sharp, strange power surged into Wang Lin's nascent soul. Wang Lin shook his head, unimpressed by the curse technique. He dispelled the power. Sima trembled, coughing up blood, unable to withstand the backlash from his broken curse. He collapsed. "Qingmu, do you know Xingniu?" "I've heard a little about him. Our soul-refining sect originally had 10 nascent soul cultivators. One died at Xingniu's hands. Someone was trying to pin everything on Brother Pockmark, blaming him for killing a soul-refining sect nascent soul cultivator, a feat even he was unaware of. As established, Wong Lin participated in the outer disciple competition before entering the inner sect. At the competition's end, he encountered a cultivator using the death curse. However, the death curse was ineffective against Wong Lin, whose strength had recovered to the great circle of the soul formation stage. As Sima neared death from the death curse's backlash, a ray of spiritual light from within the soul-refining sect saved him. This made Wong Lin the competition's sole victor. The presiding inner sect disciple, Wang Jin, congratulated Wong Lin, anticipating calling him junior brother soon. He then instructed Wong Lin to meet Elder Zhangluo. Wong Lin smiled, nodding, and then flew towards the inner sect with Wang Jin. The inner sect of the soul-refining sect was a world of its own. Beyond the protective formation were 3 enormous mountain peaks, housing the 3 sects of the inner sect: soul-refining, soul-piercing, and soul-divination. Behind the peaks were enormous golden rings of light, seemingly containing another world. These 9 rings were the closed-door cultivation grounds of the sect's 9 nascent soul elders. Wong Lin sensed a vast, sharp aura emanating from them, confident that, with his cultivation restored, none of the elders within would be his match. Wang Jin asked again, "Qingmu, do you know Xingniu?" Wong Lin confirmed he knew a little about him, and Wang Jin explained that Xingniu had killed one of the soul-refining sect's 10 nascent soul cultivators. Wang Lin declared Xingniu his target, aspiring to become like him, the most powerful under the Vermilion Bird Divine Emperor. Wang Lin was taken aback, unable to recall provoking a soul-refining sect nascent soul cultivator. The timing of Xingniu's disappearance seemed convenient. Wang Lin mentioned the soul-refining sect's Dun Tian lineage and his intention to inquire about it. He explained the lineage's connection to one of the sect's two divine judgment ancestral founders, offering this information freely since Wong Lin would soon be an inner disciple. They reached a great hall atop the peak. Wang Lin instructed Wong Lin to enter, where the elder inside would make arrangements. Wang Lin entered, immediately met with powerful pressure, which he easily dismissed. The pressure vanished, and a voice called him forward. A green-robed elder, at the great circle of late soul formation, questioned Wong Lin about breaking Sima's death curse. Wong Lin explained his late severing mortality cultivation made him immune. The elder tested Wong Lin's cultivation, then identified himself as the Grand Elder. He instructed Wong Lin to obtain his disciple robes and token, choose a cultivation technique from the scripture library, and established a cave dwelling on the peak. He explained the sect's independent cultivation style and offered himself as a resource. At the scripture library, despite numerous techniques, Wong Lin found none related to refining soul imprisonment flags. He learned there were only 10 soul-refining sect nascent soul command flags, obtained through combat. He then arrived at a cave, sensing a middle-aged man and 2 female cultivators meditating inside. Please like and subscribe. We'll continue the chat in the next episode.